Well, hello everyone, it's Oliver here, Ollie, stage 12, Vive France, and bit of a beast. I looked at it, 19.5 kilometres, I thought, yeah, great, but 1,052 metres of climbing, which is nice. So we're at the cold, is it the Peyresourde? If I can pronounce that right, my French is very poor, but I just wanted to put the herd kit on tonight and give it a go on RGT. So 2 minutes to go. Let's see how we can get on tonight. Try some of the different camera angles, the motor cam angle. Now look, you can just see the advertising boarding. Fly through, briefly see me, look around. Back to the front of the peloton. So that's the motor camera. Put the drone camera on. See us from above. And the people clapping away. Race camera. A few advertisers actually on this. Auto camera is going to just switch if I just leave it like this and sort of circulate through all the various camera angles. So some people are liking the first person view, but I still like the third person. So a minute, just coming up to a minute to go. Legs tired from the bull run last night, but see how much I'll do with this tonight. Just more to get a ride in the legs with the kit on. Hopefully you can hear me over the fan, which is blasting away. It is 25 degrees in my attic and 70% humidity. So let's see how that changes throughout the ride as I start sweating away. Got my special towels tonight, which actually is designed to remain cold. Oh, and that is absolutely freezing. I can put that around my neck. They're really cool actually. Literally cover it in water, bring it out, and then shake it, and it should stay cold up to 6 hours, they claim. It's absolutely freezing at the moment. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Planes go over, and we're off. And we get the crazy guys that just absolutely fly off at crazy wattage. There's some guys just gone over at 11 watts per kilogram. I've made the mistake of going with them a few times, but now I think tonight I'm just going to take it easy, admire my new kit, and see what this mountain climb is going to be like. So 75th at the moment, just bobbing along. Gotta say, my new kit does look swanky. Nice bright colours. Now the interesting thing is the little window that tells me I'm recording covers the profile map. That's not ideal, but still. You're not going to want to listen to the whole recording of this stage. You might not even want to listen to the first 30 seconds. So let's just see how we get on. Settling in. Do about 3 watts per kilogram, 2.5 to 3 I am. Nothing too crazy. See if there will be a group to join in a minute, but to be honest, there's not going to be an awful lot of drafting going on this stage. There's a majority of that 19 kilometres with climbing, so as far as I'm aware. Certainly quickly looked at the profile and saw it went up and up and up and up and up. might look out and see if there's any fellow herdlings around. Doesn't seem to be tonight. I'm exclusive tonight thus far. Quite a few jerseys within the RGT, Wahoo ones. We've got WKG, a lot of those. We've got the WKG, Vive la France yellow ones. A lot of the ladies' pro teams, because they recently did a Skoda event on here. I think it was over 4 or 5 stages, ending in Canary Wharf. So I watched a bit of that. That was quite a bit of fun. So this is a little group here of 5 of us. I'm not in a situation like I was with when I did the Giro. The Giro on RGT was 21 stages. Oh, it was tough. So these guys doing the Vive la France that have done 12 stages straight, chapeau, because I know what it's like. It's hard on the legs, hard on the backside, hard on everything really, the brain, concentration, even finding the time to do it. So I've taken the option to dip in and out this time round. Yeah, still a nice little group, just averaging around 2.4, 2.5 watts per kilogram. We've grown a little bit now as we pick up some people that have obviously gone off with a furious pace and then thought, well, no, we can't hang with the pros. I am liking this Magic Roads 2 for a number of main reason being there's more scenery. Doing the Giro and doing some of those long climbs, not really having much scenery to look at, did make it very difficult. You did have to play a lot of music, try and take your mind off it, literally head down, pedalling away. Whereas now, at least you've got a lot more scenery. Obviously it's not exactly the same, and it won't be as the scenery on this stage. And that's purely because, well, you can imagine the amount of graphic capability and development. Probably happen one day, but as yet, this is produced. But it gives us something to look at, and it changes with the incline. Another nice feature is if you go through any towns, villages, there's a little sign that pops up on the right with the name of the town or village on it. So I did my standard coffee ride the other weekend, 2 minutes quicker indoors, which was interesting. I thought very close, and actually as I was cycling round I could very easily and accurately pick up where I was, every incline, every bend, because I know the ride so well. And then I had the little verification points where they were telling me which town and city I was going through. So that's quite a nice little feature. I think it's very good if you want to prep for a certain race and you want to do a recce on a course. If you are seriously into in real life racing, then this Magic Roads allows you to upload a road and just kind of do a bit of a recce. See what it's like. See how cheeky those little ramps are going to be and how much effort you may need. And just a bit of familiarity on the roads before you go and do them in real life. So, very useful. It's nice to look at trees, isn't it? Nice to see a bit of sun. It's always a bonus. Okay, so 3.6 kilometres in. Pretty steady. not pushing anything marvellous. 2.5 kilometres to the 6%. So let's enjoy this 3% before the big elevation kicks in. Probably see on the right that there's a box with an information on top right. See my current speed and the actual time I am into the stage, 7 minutes 34. Then below that I've actually got the stage, where I'm at within the stage and the elevation at that precise moment. 3.87 kilometres in distance, 15.6 remaining, and I've only done 36 metres of climbing. And then you probably would have seen a minute ago, bottom right, that's where the text chat comes in. So you are using that on your iPhone to text, but the texts come up both on the iPhone and also on the game screen, and they stay there for a period of time, and if there's a bit of inactivity with texting, then it goes off until the next text comes in. So that's quite nice for a bit of interactivity. I'm on a screen at the moment where I can select my different camera angles, and again, if I change, literally changing within the app on RGT, you've got motor camera, which I'm on now. You've got the drone camera, which is looking from above. Race camera, it's almost following it like you're on someone's on a motorbike, or there's cameras on the roadside. Auto switch, which will literally alternate between the various views, as I said at the start before we started the stage. Ooh, here it comes, 5%, 6%. There we go. Without being able to see the elevation, I think that's almost probably where it's going to stay now. We shall see. You've got the look behind camera, so you can see behind you. Yeah, the first person. Quite cool, isn't it? It's not quite nice if you could see some handlebars, but hey, looking good. And then go to my default view so you can see the splendid kit. And also I think helps when you are drafting on an RGT stage where drafting is efficient. Then on the left hand side you can see we've got the top left power, cadence and heart rate. All these should automatically connect via your phone app. Alternatively, as you go into the app, they're always above the riders' names. So if you tap on any of them, you can actually see what's connected. So if I was to connect on the power or the lightning icon, I can see that I'm doing 215 watts, tap on it, and I'll be able to see that my Wahoo kicker is connected. So that's good. Cadence with the set, heart rate with the heart, and so on. And you can actually see that all your devices are connected efficiently. On the screen where you can see those, as well as the list of riders, you also have a number of icons. One which is a big red circle with a white square, and that's your stop ride, and that's where you can stop and then end it. Be careful, because I've actually stopped and ended the ride with 2 beads of sweat. One stopped it, one confirmed it. Freak accident wouldn't happen in a million times maybe, but happened to me halfway through Giro stage on a mountain. So I always, once I'm happy everything's connected, I normally go to the text icon, which is to the left of the stop ride button, and you can see all your text, as well as the worst case scenario, it's going to just write some gobbledygook rather than ending the ride. I've seen on the RG Face group that a few other people have had that issue. Okay, look, a few names on the road. Normally they transfer a few of the guys that are in this ride and have the names on the road, like in the real life Tour de France, which is a nice touch. Don't seem to have the crowds all over the road on the climbs. There are crowds now at intervals. They give you a very welcome cheer and clap, but they're obviously adhering to COVID restrictions and actually social distancing, and not too many people around. Oh, so it's 10.8 slope, 14 kilometres to go. Crikey. 16 minutes in. I wonder how many of you are still on listening to this old fart waffling away. Anyway, coming up to M. Wilson. Really, it just gets to a point where you get into a gear where you're comfortable and just tap it out. Always want to go for a quick time, but at the end of the day, you just want to finish as well. And these poor guys that are on stage 12, and those people that have even used the catch-up day to catch up on stages, then they're pretty tired and they just want to finish. So hats off to them. Going up to 11%. One thing to note as well, because it's phone and you need a screen, so your phone allows you to go into the app, make changes to the way you look and what you're wearing. It allows you to put all your details in, weight, age, height, trainer difficulty, etc. It also allows you to join rides, if that be races or group rides, and you can look at schedule list and click on one of those to enter it. If you've got premium membership, you can actually create your own, and that will be on any one of the courses or even on a magic road, and you can schedule that. You can make it private, so you only have the link and share it with the people you want to be on the ride, or you can publicise it, and it goes also via Facebook as well as being on the event schedule, so more other people can join. And when you set one of these rides up, it's pretty straightforward. Time, date. You can actually ask, say if you want any bots, so you can have some company or more company on your ride. You can even select how many bots and at what range you want, so you can do some pacing, especially if you stagger the wattage. So that's a nice feature. The nice thing is, if you're premium and you have full access to all the courses, you can organise a group ride and invite those that are on a free subscription to join you, which is nice. You're hanging a bit, got to concentrate, multitasking, take the foot off the gas a bit maybe. But like I said, ball run yesterday, so I'm not going to be pushing myself, particularly if I've got a trees meet up tomorrow, if we decide to have one, because that's always full gas at times, so that's saving energy. So the Magic Roads 2 feature is a massive development, as I've told you about. You can join Magic Road rides that have been organised if you want a free membership, but you can only create Magic Road rides if you are a premium member. So what do I mean by that? Well, there's a very nice video by John, by the way, on how you can create these Magic Roads. And I normally do a way where I take an existing ride I've done off Strava with a GPX file and then email, following the instructions within the phone app on how to do it, email the GPX file. Normally, less than 5 minutes, the ride's active and ready to go. As quick as that. Don't think it can be any longer than 100k and no more than 3 hours. And that's based on the server time, probably because of the server turnover. So anything over 3 hours you could potentially get kicked out of the ride. So beware. Because I've done that before on one of my GPX. It was less than 100k, but I stopped to have a coffee, and by the time I nearly towards the end got kicked out because it just went over the 3 hour limit. So be warned. 100 kilometre I think is the distance max, and the ride time is 3 hours for your Magic Roads. A bit more. Got 1.6% slope here, so it's being kind to me here. Put the foot down a bit. Like I said, I can't see the elevation map because of my hand. Gubbins here being keen. I haven't looked how I move it across. I don't want to now, so do that for next time. 13 kilometres remaining. And all's good so far. Looks like we're going to be hitting another bit with climb. Where are we? I think that's at 8% maybe. Let's wait and see. It's nice actually, Magic Roads 2, because you can actually see the topography and the way the map is rising. With the first Magic Roads, it was literally almost like a ribbon of road in the sky ahead of you. So you knew you were climbing, and you knew if there were hairpins. But it was literally that. It was like a very sort of matrix-like background with the ribbon of your road ahead of you. Now you always get some idea on Magic Roads 2, the actual road ahead in the incline. Okay, already. That's not so bad when you talk. Just get ahead. You know that guy's name's familiar. Certainly familiar when I did the Giro. I'm sure we did a few stages together. Similar times. So chapeau to you, sir. Yep, 10%. Cheeky little incline here. Up through the trees. The leaves falling off. Nice little feature. Yes, road's going up there. Definitely doing that. Interesting now how much these as take on your own computer. Especially if I was to torture you and have it for the whole ride. But I won't do that for you. But I might. So I could choose to fast forward me or delete me, wouldn't you? Okay, so coming up on our girl, obviously we're all in black. Can't quite see yet. Amazing number of kits, I think I've already said that, but such a choice now. Particularly as they've had so many pro rides. Ooh. Oh, RGT, so that's just the RGT standard black kit. I think I quite often ride in, I'd say it's what, a mixture of reddish pink, purple, blue, RGT top, which I'm not sure if it is the default only for the early beta testers, but I certainly were one of the early day testers, so I had access to the kit, but maybe everyone gets access to that kit now, I don't know. But I've been on this platform probably over 2 years, and to say it's come on 1000% is probably an underestimate. It's come on leaps and bounds in that period of time, and I think particularly I've seen accelerations in the last year, definitely. Just with the roads, sometimes what we're coming up to now, which is a near hairpin, the road connection was not smooth. It was almost cut and reconnected to make the hairpin, but you can see now super smooth. I do like how my Wahoo climb does work really well on RGT as well. It's consistent. Just under 12k to go. I think they've got the rider dynamics and the way they pedal and are on the bike right very early. It looked very realistic, very early days. It was just the scenery around it they had to improve, and lo and behold they have, and you can see they're committed to making changes all the time and improvements. Quite dynamic in terms of their throughput of stuff, and open really as well. You know, we know there's issues, they can be occasionally. I don't have very many connection issues, and a lot of them are probably at the end of us users when there are, such as Wi-Fi dropout and drop of bandwidth, etc, etc. But they're all too transparent and just say to us, give us the information, tell us why, and they do that. Actually, when somebody is transparent as that with issues, then you can't do anything but respect them and want to stick with them and see it improve and support them. Because if they're honest with you, and you feel that you give honest feedback to them, all that's going to happen is the platform's going to grow. So, coming up to the 8k marker, just through the cloud. So, coming up to Dean Martin. So you can see the text is coming through for those people that can breathe and text and cycle at the same time. Catch your wheel, Martin. Only problem, you're not really going to get any benefit other than pacing up this hill. Not going to be any drafting. There we go. There's the bus. Yeah. It'd be nice to have the bus around. Free t-shirts. No, it's on the Tour de France. proper. Quite a few climbers' jerseys must be being given out. Because when you do go through the towns and villages, and the crowds are a bit more dense, a lot of those polka dot shirts, hell of a lot. Wouldn't mind getting yourself one of those. But those are being thrown off the bus as they go through. So, 284 metres of climbing, 11.3 kilometres remaining, 8.26 kilometres complete. Sip of water, I think. If only I look like my rider at the moment. I look a picture at the moment. Sweaty mess. Well, the humidity in my office has now gone up to 86%. Temperature 25.5. So my body heat is certainly increasing the temperature in here. I just saw there's a couple of familiar names right at the front. Jay Decker from Belgium, bringing some really strong performances. Look, 5.2 watts of kilogram up a hill consistently. And then another one I always see is Jay Melville, who's fourth at the moment. Another strong rider. I think both of those, certainly from what I've seen, are within top 10 for Vive La France, probably top 5, probably in the top 3, but I haven't looked recently. Very strong riders. I'm just Mr. Average, hopping along. "32 minutes of recording time. You lucky, lucky people." Change it up a bit and get out the saddle for a minute. Rest your backside. I did find when I did the Giro in 21 stages, have I mentioned that before? Really did get a sore arse at times. A lot of hours, a lot of regular hours and days sat in the saddle. You have got to try and mix it up a bit. The temptation is just to grind it out sat down, but the backside says doesn't forgive you for it, and thanks you if you take those regular pressure eases by standing up. Not far from being halfway. Well, if only the weather was like this. It's been quite nice in the UK today. 18-20 degrees, sunny spells, but not like this. And certainly not 25.5 degrees. Never come on, another couple of miles. Crikey, how quick are people? Be more sharp. Well, it might flatten up in a minute. Looking at what I can see as the gradient behind my record window. Looks like Laverack is taking the lead from Decker. Nothing in it though. They're all very close. Melville's probably just dropped back slightly in fourth, but Look at that watch, 5.76. Probably just cresting around the climb, I suppose, if there is finishing up there, I'm not sure. Would like to see a whole route profile, if I'm honest, just to know what you're being let into. You can look at it pre-ride, I know, or anyone says, but I do like the fact that you can see how much more pain you've got before a little wee downhill section. So that's certainly missing, and something I'd like to see on RGT. There's a lot of social activity on RGT as well. If you go in Facebook and look at the face search for RGT, there's there's RGT event group and there's the RGT group. The RGT event group is really only exclusively for advertising events that people have created to try and get participation, and the RGT like user group is for everything else. So general discussion, issues you're having, obviously room for improvement, ideas, or just a general way of giving other people encouragement. And you can use that Facebook group. Here we go. Oh, there's a yellow banner ahead. Excellent. Happy days. Doesn't mean going at the top, but something to get excited about when you're doing these lonely miles. Come up ahead. Tempting then when you see them. They are the hare. But you've got to say to yourself, come on Ollie. Got to rest. Don't go too crazy. You've got treats to ride tomorrow, if he chooses to invite me. I reckon Laverack is in first position. I was going to say he's opened a bit of a lead, but he hasn't. I've got some 3R, look, 3R, Zwift. We're on Zwift as well. Got a few of their banners we just went through. Oh, just clicked through halfway. So, halfway through the stage. Folks, 379 metres of climbing. 9.6 kilometres remaining. I've been going on at you for 38 minutes, but physically cycling for 35. Nice bit of road furniture. Vive la France, nice big banner. Thank you, crowd. Thank you. Kilometre 10 coming up to now. Excellent. Have a quick drink. Oh, a lot heavier. So we can got the finish flag. Got to be careful what I say. Don't get the flags wrong. I love it when it goes under 10 kilometres. So you sort of go into that single digits. It's always a milestone. It's not a long pause, but when you do some of the climbs, you're kind of breaking the climb up into kilometres and just getting each through one of those. And you see a hairpin bend, and it gives you a little momentary respite, and then you aim for the next hairpin. Fortunately on this climb it's a bit more constant up than hairpin up, but still, talking to my pretend friends or imaginary friends certainly helping the time go by. So keep on talking. Just remember to breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. Get some nice consistent breaths in. I've always been a mouth breather, so I have my op on my deviated septum, so I can breathe. It's just training myself to make sure I do through my nose. There we go. Got the kick up to 9.4. See if I can get Tanika and stick with them for a bit. WKG cyclist maybe. Oh look, right hand side, do you see that? Stag or a deer maybe, I don't know. I was cycling too quick to see it. Not. See all the leaves fluttering down? Very autumnal. Certainly for us in the northern hemisphere anyway. It must kick up pretty nasty at some stage because I'm on 431 metres, 8.9k to go. It's going to turn from nasty to hellish, I hope. Well, not hope, sorry. I don't hope, but I think it will very quickly. Just prod it out. Yeah, so there's occasional animal on the side of the road. Take your attention away from the pain. I think the scenery's good, but I also like a few more sound effects, I think. Just take your mind off things and distract you, even if momentarily, from the pain. 9.1. Brilliant. Oh, it looks like really good, doesn't it? Good. I can see the top of the elevation. Does that mean you press this, go down a bit, and then go up, affecting your wall, the wall of pain. So, I can't remember what bike I'm on. I might be on a Rickshaw, but there are a few bikes you can select on colours. So, as I said, plenty of jerseys to choose from, but a few bikes as well. Helmets, glasses, maybe socks, I can't remember. That's all done within the app, or you can have the app hand screen on and see yourself in big mode rather than tree mode, tiny mode, on the iPhone. Either way, lots of choice. Not a lot of editing choice on the avatar at the moment itself. You know, facial features or hair, etc. You can obviously select male, female, but I certainly haven't seen an awful lot of changes you can make to the appearance of the avatars, so maybe that'll come. At the end of the day, they're all nice things. You want to get the stability, the functionality, the courses right before making those sort of minor changes, I think. Right, nice spoon. It's the slacker, probably a little bit. Oop. The I2 was not happy then with that little gear change. No, it's not. It's not relenting, is it? It's just got a little slight plateau ahead of me and then back up. That's a gear change. Colin, and mainly Colin, I'll be pleased that I have oiled my jockey rods, so they are being less squeaky. I think it's key, isn't it, to try and make sure you maintain your indoor bike as much as you do your outdoor bike. Quite often it's, I'll catch an hour, a quick hour, come up, do one of the herd rides, jump off, quickly downstairs, quick shower, and then evening meal. And I'm always forgetting I need to do a bit of servicing until the next ride, when I jump on with 2 minutes, 5 minutes to go, start turning the pedals and think, oh, I haven't looked at that and I haven't done this. So it's good to take the time out and try and do that. I did a bit this evening before I did this ride. So they are better, Colin. Promise, mate. Just tapping it out now. Oh, see? There you are. Text Oliver Payne, or Ollie Payne, A. Didn't do that. That was my sweat. Just shows you how easy. I think the guy below me also did the same. Always joking that. You'll see that was. Oh, it's very difficult to type on. Oh, we need to obviously wipe this sweat off a minute. Now, where's my sweat? Oh, thank God. Can't get that enough. It's dropped off, did something. See, multitasking. Oh, terrible. Glad I put it in text. Has finished. Has finished a ride with sweat. My sausage fingers. Glad I put on text. Has finished the ride with sweat before. Stage. Yeah. Right, let's straighten down those watts, get them back up again. It's under 8k to go. Well, glad to say that I've got my herd bottoms on today. I haven't got my herd top on, so you didn't ever want to subject you to that on the camera, if I'm honest. Terrible. Just on this plateau now. That's when 3% feels heavenly, absolutely heavenly at this stage. %. Oh, look at that, lovely. Oh, lovely. Oh, no. 3.5, 5.6, 7.3. Ow. Still, live for those moments during stages like this. Well, I think about halfway through the climbing I've got to on this stage today. There's obviously a lot. This last. Here we go, look at the banners. Can you see the herd? Hey! Left and right now. Brilliant. And again, left and right at the end. Brilliant. 12k. Woo! Keep on steering, keep on steering, keep on steering. Spin the legs. Keep them going. Any gaps open up ahead? I don't think so. Oh, there is now between second and third. I think. Yeah. Kilometre gap. Definitely Decker and Laverack has got the gap in third and fourth. Looks like Decker's got a bit of power drop. Oh no, he's finished the stage. Oh dear. Look at that. I thought, oh, power drop. No. Laverack won the stage, closely followed by Decker. Oh dear. Look at that. They finished. I've got 7k just over to go. They're good. I'm not going to push it. Not with my legs. Just nice to be in a new kit in the sunshine. So another thing to think about is both Android and iPhone compatible, the RGT app, and you can run the screen app, as it were, on iPad, PC, tablet. The newer and more powerful the tablet, the better the graphics will be. There is an automatic graphics resolution detection by the app, it seems. So I've got a variation. I've got two Apple TVs, one downstairs and one in my office. The one in the office is the second generation, which has all the apps, but doesn't have 4K, because it launched 4K not long afterwards really. So the latest 4K one will run RGT at the highest res. Probably over powerful tablets and iPads will. Otherwise it just goes down to low res. Now, don't really see that on Magic Roads. However, I have noticed on Magic Roads 2, low res doesn't handle the graphics that well. It works, but there is some rendering issues up ahead of you on the road at times. They may have changed, they may have rectified that now, but definitely Magic Roads 2, you want medium or high res. The standard default courses, such as Estelvio, Passenberg, Canary Wharf, etc., they work in all res as well, but you do notice differences between low and high. It's more the detail and the amount of scenery you see based on the screen res. So for your best viewing experience, definitely try and do the high res. I'm running it on a PC nowadays. I was stealing my lounge Apple TV at times, but it's just a bit of a pain in the ass. Well, just plodding along here on my lonesome. Finished 48 minutes 59 seconds. What is that about? Chapeau, sir. Crikey. Zeros there. Good effort. 12% really. 11.8. About my wahoo climb kick up then. Change in gear, I think. Methinks. There we go. Looking forward to that 6k mark. That's the next target. As we go up this grey road here through the trees. I didn't do that gear shift. Oh, naughty PI2 did. Naughty PI2. That's better. $13k. 6.5 to go. Doesn't look like my avatar's sweating, does it? Pretty dark, yeah? Not sure what time we're at on here. Let's have a look. 7:24. Only a few K, it's getting dark by 8 now, isn't it? So we're on 26 degrees, 89% humidity. So I'm definitely having an effect in here. I do prefer the hairpin courses, I've got to say. Perhaps we'll be doing a bit of that in a minute. Rather than the constant up. A bit like the Tourmalet. It's one of those rides you need to do in real life. Because you're judging it on the scenery. It's hard, very hard. And the scenery sort of makes it worth it, whereas trees are all nice, but with the road just going up and up and up constantly, with no hairpin, etc., does make it challenging on the old brain. Yeah, so I just recommend giving it a go. Getting yourself downloaded the RGT app, getting the screen app on your iPad or PC or whatever Mac, and then just give it a go. If anything, for me, it's, do you know, I like all the platforms. They have their advantages and disadvantages. I think I like mixing it up a bit because it kind of spikes the interest levels and novelty level. Think, oh yeah, I was giving this a go today, a bit different. And then when you go back to some of the other apps, you think the same. Quite a few to choose from there. I suppose I regularly use 3, but 2 in particular, Swift and RGT for events, keeping with the herd group. Who are on Facebook, by the way. If you want to check them out, Can't miss them because they're on my jersey. Very nice, friendly group of people. Oh God, nearly the population of a small town. Lots and lots of members, thousands of members. All pretty like-minded, all very supporting. You can say what you like. You're not judged. If you're a newbie or a seasoned pro, no question is stupid. There's a very supportive network of people who can help you out with any issues, but also give you encouragement if you're just starting out in this virtual world, or in real life for that matter, because we do organise in real life rides. Challenging obviously with the current climate, but hopefully more in the future. Another thing I miss actually is using Discord, which of course you can use on this. You've got a group of people doing it, you know. Discord, I do like talking to people. I do miss that on a ride. The banter, the jokes, funny things we say. Quite a nice group on Discord when I'm doing some of the herd rides. It's becoming the friends really. And the other good thing about it is they become your friends virtually, and quite often they can become your friends in real life when we meet up. Who would have thought 10 years ago if I said to someone there'd be a cycling app where it allows you to do virtual cycling, interact with people, talk to people, make friends, and ultimately meet up in real life, you would have gone, no, Ollie, don't be stupid. But lo and behold, we're here, and it's only going to get better. Unfortunately, as I get older, because I've noticed using these apps, probably the fittest I've ever been. I'm in my 40s, so what happens if I had it in my 20s? Oh, I could have been pro. Yeah, we're cycling for a pro team. I wish, but I think for the younger generation, you know, you can see people go through these various academies, such as the Zwift Academy, and getting pro contracts. God, can you imagine getting a pro contract doing the computing? Brilliant. So they're really going to benefit. I benefit. My real life fitness is becoming a lot better. Probably the fittest I've ever been. In the bank. Not now, because I'm going uphill and I'm tired. I know what you're saying, looking at me. Oh, what a slow-mo! Well, I am talking, I suppose, a bit. Here we go, where are we? Cycling with Les Murray, a bit of company, which is nice. Should just like try and wave to him. You don't see me there, I just wave, see? It's a bit of wavage. Let's see if I can get up behind and wave to him. Here we go. There you go. There, see if he sees that. He might do it back. Hey! Les Murray's wave to me. Excellent. I was acknowledged. Do you ever notice that in real life now? Cycling along, I remember I started road cycling in '99. Previously mountain biking before that. But no, that was road cycling when I moved to Cardiff. First ride, I didn't have these road cyclists, there weren't many then, but road cyclists waving at me, and I thought, oh, did you know me? Thinking, oh, I don't know you. Then I realised it's etiquette, it's the cycling etiquette. Is that knowing sort of nod. Knowing that we're doing something we both love. Especially when we're out in the morning, it's that degree of smugness, isn't it? People still in bed and we're doing our exercise and enjoying the view and hopefully the fine weather when it happens. But I have noticed more and more people do ignore you. I don't stop. I'm left hanging, as it were, quite often. But I still put my hand up for the off chance that someone will say hi, and they do quite often. Just a few which don't. They should know there's a bit of etiquette there. I just think it's nice to say hello, morning, etc. So where are we? So, crikey, because I'm a bit slow. Hour 2 minutes, 5k to go. Climb 728 metres. Going along at just a comfortable pace and talking to you guys, but you guys could be anyone or no one. Well, most likely no one. Still, I was making the time go. I'm going to put my cold towel in again. Get the benefits of that again. Oh, that's nice. Lovely. It's nice that milestone of dipping under 5k. That'd be lovely. A little bit time out the saddle. I don't think I've seen my name on the floor yet. And that's two places above in front of me. Much needed water. Oh, we're under the 5k. We're at the 4.8 mark. Counting down the 1k milestones. Looks like maybe John, by the way, is finished. Good on you, mate. Chapeau, sir. Yeah, plugging your phone in the charger, always a good point. Tell you why, one thing to watch, I'm doing the same on these climbs or on RGT, when the iPhone decides to warn you it's got 20% battery left, it almost acts as if you close the app. My Wahoo climb would go right down to the lowest gradient and the power drops. As soon as I think you once on a stage, what is going on? But I noticed as soon as I dismissed that 20% warning, it all came back to normal. So, note to self, plug it in, keep it charged up, because you get that 20 and then 10% battery on an iPhone. You get that power and elevation drop out until you dismiss the reminder. Well, I'm going to do this whole stage bare with my legs, but I sort of think I will now. I'm talking and taking my mind off the pain. Looks like there's a steep old climb up to the finish, very steep. Still got to make 220 something meters of climbing in 4K. Up, 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 up. Come on, Ollie. Up, up. Keep pushing those legs. The nice thing about these organised events, such as Vive France, it is a bit of a draw. Not sure how many we've got registered today. Normally on the 6:30 stage is about 100 people, maybe. And you can see there's quite a bit of text banter going on. There's a few people set up to school chats, I think, but there's not the amount of people to necessarily encourage that, you know, in terms of the amount. But you certainly get a lot of attendance on these, and I think it's for ever improving, and I think that's what it needs. Get the communities going, building up some of the groups, more people on the group rides, get some Discord chat. I know there's some regularly attended TTs during the week, which are well attended. I can't remember if it's Tuesday and Wednesdays particularly, but I've done a few of those. They're very well attended. You can normally jump on the back of someone and draft them, even if you're being lapped on a circular course. You can get a little bit of respite. Okay. Just keep plodding, just keep plodding. That's all I'm doing. Let's get to the top. So yeah, things are certainly getting more and more popular. Like I said, when they do these, the Giro is quite well attended, but I think between RGT and WKG, they've got a good lot of publicity on this event. It's certainly drawn a lot of people over from other platforms to give it a go, which is important. There we go. Thinks 7%. Feels like a bit of respite in the legs. Oh, 6%, look at that, heavenly. Oh, under 4K to go. I'm sure Mary's waiting in the wings to pounce on me the last 100 metres. I haven't got in the legs to sprint tonight, I'm afraid, mate. Yeah. It does ramp up in a minute, I can just see it. You can see it, can't you? The rock face ahead. So 841 metres, 15.89 kilometres, hour and 11 minutes, 3.6 to go. Oh, might have some cheering up ahead. It does make a difference, this. It'd be nice if we had a bit more noise, crowd. A few more things happening in the sky, like the Getter's Rift. Maybe Father Christmas in December. Whoa, come on, chapeau. No bells, is there? Where are the bells? Where are the kettlebells? There's somebody running in front of me with a Union Jack. Come on. There you go. It's very dark in here. It's over 90% humidity now. Definitely warm weather training in here. Got 27 degrees it's saying now. Crikey. And that's after, what's that, 7:43 in the evening. In my attic, of course. Bit of respite. Enjoy the bend. Before it kicks up again. Glad to hear the results to be saved. Can't say I've got a position that's one getting excited about, but all for the other guys, it's good that they're saved because you don't want to lose those because of the server. Yeah. So what it ain't. $3K to go. There you go. Up to the next hairpin. 3K. Woo! The bend. The lovely bend. 4.6%. Oh, lovely. Oh. Let's walk back up again. Hello, Murray. See the rock face on the left there. Quite steep, isn't it? A few fossils in there. This is the moment where you sort of think, oh, are you ever going to end? Please, you cry out. Still 100 meters to go or so for climbing. Got hope. Well, those who have stuck with me, doubt there's any, but hopefully you've been able to hear me throughout because I've been waffling away, but I do wonder if See if you can hear me. $17K. And then he gets me on these flattish bits. Come on, come on. Come on, Rose. End. Somebody said email. All over there, on the right. Come on, Ollie. Let's get up there. Nearly there. It's at the end, I think, now. Up ahead. I don't think so. Okay, to go. Come on, Ollie, legs. There's marmalade at the end of this. Jars and jars of marmalade. Cool. What am I power doing here? Come on, elevation. Should be going down. Still doing it as if it's 8. So it's gone on there. Kill 5%, I think. 1,500 metres. Come on. Nearly done. Not bad, is it, this course? Boring, but contradiction in itself, isn't it? Wow. Elevation looking again. Any benefit anything from that negative slope then? She stayed in a plus resistance. Sorry, Mary, you're going to have to go ahead, eh? I'm pulling along now. you go. Get it kicked up to 9.4. Keep it moving. Yeah. Something like some people getting finish screen tonight. Come on, Plan Rouge. Come on. Oh, I love the Plan Rouge. %. Still feels steep now. Only 50 metres to go. Less than 600 to go. Come on, Ollie. Nineteen kilometres. $4.50. $400. $300. $250. $200. Go for it now. swimming. Nearly. Nearly. Oh yes, had him. Had him on the line. Murray on the line. Oh, nice little sprint at the end. Thank you, Murray. Oh, great. Cheers in chaps. A little sneak peek, or long peek, into RGT. Cheers guys. I'm off. Have a gin and tonic. And rest up. Bye.